Lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation. It is not always talked about in the personal finance world, and yet it is the strongest. The slow, subtle, and sneaky killer of wealth. Before things go bad, we always tell ourselves that we will save more once that salary increases, or when the job promotion or new job goes through, but the reality is our spending goes up and saving takes the back seat when more money shows up. This is because money and excitement go hand in hand. Splurging too much and denying the idea that lifestyle creep is real can be detrimental to our wealth building journey. What is lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation? Lifestyle inflation and lifestyle creep are the same thing. They are simply when you find your spending going up as your income increases. Examples are upgrading items that still perfectly works, buying designer clothes when you don't need them, upgrading homes, airline seats, and other luxury things you didn't do before you got that increase in income. It's okay to improve the way you live or splurge a little to celebrate a good win. The problem comes, however, if you don't do it in moderation, and it leads to you having to incur more debt that wipes away the increase that resulted in you thinking of improving your life in the first place. Get it? Thanks for taking time in your busy schedule to join us here on Wealth Listicles, a channel where we research and list anything real estate, stocks, and everything personal finance, so we can further learn it, try it, build wealth, give, and impress our future selves. If you are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another one of our videos. We truly have so much valuable content coming your way. In this video, we are giving you 12 strong ways to avoid lifestyle creep, or lifestyle inflation, to help you build wealth. So let's get right to it. Number 12. Understand the difference between your needs and your wants. This is probably the most important one. You cannot prevent lifestyle creep in your life unless you know the difference between these two. What are needs, and what are wants? What is wants? In short, needs are the things that are essential and necessary in your life. We are talking food, rent, and the minimal clothes needed for your work, occasional outings, and more importantly, the clothes you need to protect you against harsh weathers. On the other hand, wants are things we don't really need, but we want or desire to have. These are toys, devices, expensive clothes, expensive jewelry, and expensive travel. Understanding needs and wants will help you steer clear of items that are not going to benefit your goals and financial journey. Having self-discipline to categorize items into these two groups before making the purchase will help you immensely in preventing lifestyle creep. Do you want or need that fancy clothes or fancy car? If it is a want, then you need to further ask yourself why it has suddenly become a want. Number 11. Have more than one bank account and automate finances. This is a common mistake made by most of us. We think, if we have one bank account, it will get easier to manage the money, but in reality, that is never the case. When you have one bank account for all your income deposits, savings, and expenses, there are chances you will end up spending most of your money on items that are not needed but items that are on your wants list. Because now you have only one credit card, only one debit card, and money will somehow attract you, and you will not be able to resist that beautiful dress and expensive shoes. So, be smart and have different accounts for different savings, so they are untouched, and you can use that money when it's time. If you have several accounts, you can make this your cue to know if you are able to go shopping or not. In other words, if no money has accumulated in your self-splurge or self-pamper account, that means that you have no business going out there to buy anything just yet. Number 10. Max out your retirement accounts. Have you maxed out all your retirement accounts? Let's face the reality that you make enough money, but you don't feel wealthy. These accounts are there to help you build wealth and help you save on taxes now. Ask yourself, why am I working this hard and I'm not wealthy? Here at Wealth Listicles, we always say, impress your future self. This is just another name for your future retired self. Ask yourself, have I paid myself enough to be wealthy throughout my life? You want to aspire to be wealthier than you are now in retirement. And if you choose so, you can then leave the wealth for your generation, or to a philanthropy program, or cause you believe in. Look out for you and your future self. You want to retire wealthy than you are now. And the only way to do that is to plan properly now. Allowing lifestyle creep is counter-retiring wealthy. Ask yourself, have you stuffed enough away for retirement? Have you maximized your 401k and other IRA contributions? If those are maxed out, have you maxed out your kids' college savings funds? You don't want to depend on Social Security. Most personal finance gurus don't believe Social Security will be there in years to come. I am planning as if it won't be there. Some estimate Social Security will run out by the year 2035. You don't want to depend on other government programs when you are retired either, so the little you make now should be strategically invested so that you are set in retirement. Remember, we don't have time on our side, so do what you need to do to impress your future self and to avoid regrets. Number 9. Set even bigger and better savings and investment goal. If you find yourself on the verge of lifestyle creep, why don't you review your last savings goal and set even better savings goal? As humans, the savings goals we set now is as a result of what we think we may need. But the truth of the matter is, when the need comes, it is always with a bigger price tag than the money we have saved. Give that emergency fund a lift. Give your investment account a lift. You can never save too much when you are doing it the right way. You can save money the right way or the wrong way. Money saved up incorrectly, outside of your immediate emergency funds, is eaten up by inflation. Money you put in savings the wrong way should be out there working for you to make you more income than any bank can give you. So putting too much money in the savings account now may not be the best idea. Look for good investment assets that you can put your money in to help it grow ahead of inflation. Number 8. Find friends with same goals. Social scientists have found a link that connects our closest friends to our own personalities and decision making. That means keeping up with the Joneses is a real phenomenon. You can be easily tempted to overspend if all your friends are. So, look for like-minded friends. Have friends that are big spenders? You need to limit your time with these friends. You have friends that are always trying to impress people, or their social media followers. You need to avoid these friends. Honestly, you don't want friends or the attention that social media or status gives you. Friendship that stemmed from what you were wearing or what you looked like are not always authentic friends. Ask yourself, would this person be my friend if I don't have this luxury car or if I don't have all these designer items? The person is just being your friend because he or she likes when you showcase all these expensive wares. Will this person be my friend if I was driving a simple Toyota or a Honda? The best way to combat this is to find friends who don't make you feel like you have to spend more just to keep up. Of course, you shouldn't cut out the people you care about because of their spending habits. But consider having a frank conversation about your financial goals and why they don't see you stretching your budget to keep up. You can fully enjoy the company of friends without blowing your budget. Some fun ideas include going for a walk, going to a free museum, or having a dinner party. Number 7. Prepare a budget and stick to it. The gravest mistake people make is thinking you can run a household without a budget known to everyone in the house. The lack of budget prevents you from saying no to lifestyle creep. It prevents you from training your kids how to spend money and how to say no. I have found out that budgeting is a good way to tell the kids that we don't have that in the budget. The most important things are our health, the roof over our head, food, and utilities. The real necessities. Every household needs at least an Excel spreadsheet, and more importantly, you need an advocate in the house taking care of the Excel sheet and that grocery list on the fridge. Have a budget that is set in stone. Note down your salary and the expenses you did last month. Despite having a good paycheck, if you are still struggling with your finances, you face some significant issues with your pre-designed budget. To cope up with these problems, you can try making a budget. Unless you have an account in front of your eyes, you won't be able to control your cash flows. A budget simply shows you a proper record of how much money you are spending and how much you are earning. Most of you must have tried making a budget before. If it didn't work out, then there must be some loopholes in the budget you made. Therefore, this time, start by categorizing your expenses into fixed and variable, urgent and non-urgent, necessities and luxury, avoidable and unavoidable. In this way, you will create a complete inventory of expenses in front of you. The more you convert things from abstract to physical, the better you will get a hold of them. You can create a hierarchy of needs and decide which ones to address first. It's all about prioritizing. You will have to identify which extra expenses demand to be done no matter what. The sooner you accept this fact, the better you can control your impulses towards avoidable expenditures. Thank you for watching this far. Before we move on to the other tips, we implore you to support the growth of the channel by giving us a like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. We hope you found value in this video so far to consider subscribing. Please subscribe to encourage us to make videos like this for you. We have more where this came from. Thank you. Number 6. Avoid taking short-term debts and pay down existing debt. Half of the adults are doing jobs that they do not like only because they have to take care of bills. To overcome this problem, refinancing can be your way out. You can free up money that you're currently paying toward a loan by lowering your interest rate. When you refinance, you're replacing your original loan with a higher interest rate with a new loan with a lower interest rate. The lender for the new loan pays off the old loan, and you make payments toward the new loan. If you have debt like an auto loan or student loan, you can refinance it and use the extra money you were paying on it to put toward your short-term debts. When you save a certain amount and have separate money to use for your monthly expense, the first thing is first. Pay the debt that you have on you. Debt will always be there, and you'll have to pay it off today or tomorrow, so it's better to get rid of it as soon as you have the required amount when there is no debt on you. Number 5. Find out what makes you want to buy things or go shopping. This is another very important one that will help you avoid lifestyle creep. Why do you suddenly feel the need to get up, get dressed, and go shopping? Why do you feel this urge? Are you stressed? Are you lonely? If you are lonely, there are so many ways to get out of your bubble and meet people and have fun. You can't have your cake and eat it too, applies to most things in life. In this case, you can't say you are lonely and then stay at home and refuse to go to places where you can meet and converse with people. Start with any volunteer program you like, such as an orphanage or food bank or other community service, etc. You will just spend a few hours there and speak to people. Don't do a local bar or club because these venues are there to take your hard-earned money with their overpriced offerings. Trying a not-for-profit center volunteer will help prevent you from spending and buying stuff that you didn't budget for. Please keep in mind that shopping won't solve any underlying issues we may have. Shopping is just a fix that wanes out, and when everything is clear, the issues are more profound than the last time we remember. For instance, shopaholics believe shopping will take their minds off things when in fact all they get from shopping is false sense of satisfaction when they go and buy stuff they don't even need. Number 4. Find a side hustle that is tailored to your guilty pleasure. Lifestyle creep most of the time stems from our guilty pleasure. Another way to deal with this is to try and tailor your guilty pleasure to a side hustle. If you like to collect designer bags, why not try to have the legitimacy of setting it up a buy and sale business around it? You can be a flipper for high-end bags. This is only for those that know they can stick to the rule and the gun, have self-discipline and self-control to not hoard the item. Once you buy it, wear or showcase it, you need to pinch yourself and remember that this is a business, and it needs to be treated as such. So it is time to let the item go on whatever platform you have set up to flip high-end items. The same goes for cars, they are people flipping cars and other shining objects. This point might be surprising for some of you. Because people have a perception related to their income. They think a job will provide them with all. Is it so? Is your job sufficient? Well, to be very honest, the job that is helping you pay your bills can be lost in the blink of an eye. Then what? That's why it is always advised to have Plan B in the form of side hustles. Today, you can do many things online by just investing a couple of hours from your day. Number 3. Don't buy items because they are on sale. When you buy stuff because they are on sale, and you don't need them, you regret it later when you see the item unused after a very long time. You've made a decision that is counter wealth building. The key here is, you don't need it. Why buy something that you don't need because it is on sale? Before you buy anything, take a deep breath and ask yourself these questions. Can I afford it? How does it help my wealth building journey? What's wrong with the one that I have now? Is it broken? Is it torn? Or is it just out of fashion? Am I just seeking an upgrade? Have you had or worn the one you have long enough to want to upgrade? Do you have issues with the phone or laptop, or do you just want a new one? Have you explored fixing the issue with the one you have? Let's weed out the shining object syndrome from the equation. I've heard about people that don't like to wear things twice even when they are not an influencer or a brand ambassador. And heck, more of the time they are not friendly enough for anyone to notice them. These days, personality shines through more than the clothes we have on. All of these are unnecessary spending. No one will see you and say, "Oh, that's what she wore last year October." If the reality of the pandemic has taught us anything, it is the fact that no one cares about what another person is wearing. So only buy items that you need and is aligned with your goal and vision. Number 2. Simple things can bring authentic joy. Find those simple things. Find joy in simple things that doesn't require too much spending. If you are the type that shop a lot, then you either need to find another task or action to fill your time. Pick up another hobby that allows for deep thinking and therapy. Perhaps look for another skill to learn to occupy your time. Just like the pandemic has taught a variety of lessons, the fact that simple things bring so much joy is one of them. Millions of people benefited from just staying home with loved ones. It is believing that this is also one of the factors that created the labor shortage today, because so many realized it was time to retire, cut down the hours, or time to switch jobs to something that gives us more sense of fulfillment and time with the ones we love. Simple things like just having a stroll or riding the bike together in the evening made a big difference to families when everything was shut down. Going out to spend money is not and never a solution to anything. Before we all got tired of working from home, watching your loved ones, spouse, kids, grandkids, and parents grow a year older before your eyes, during lockdown, was a priceless experience with joy that can't be fully explained. We saved the best for last. But before we give you the last tip, we want to make sure we've given you at least one valuable tip on how to avoid lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation. If you like interesting videos like this, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We hope we can count on you to be a part of our growth by you clicking on that subscribe button. We'll give you a moment to subscribe. Thank you. Number 1. Avoid social media scrutiny. If you have the propensity to want to buy items that look good on people, you need to reduce your social media time. Remember that influencers are just doing their job by showcasing carefully curated pictures to get you interested in an item so you can buy it. They try to influence your interest in a destination so you can go there now or break your bank trying to. This is not for you, especially if you have the tendency to succumb to ordering that item. If you want to avoid lifestyle creep, avoid social media. There is nothing wrong with living a little and splurging every once in a while when the time is right. I try to take my splurging or bucket list items as a reward for a major accomplishment towards my progress or financial independence. The peace of mind you have when you don't go on social media for a few days is priceless. Get off people's highlight reels. They are not real, they are carefully selected photo that people choose to show. Choose is the key here. Have you ever seen an influencer post a picture of when they are sick or vomiting and they look their very worst? The answer is no, because those are not the pictures they want you to see. And I'm sure you know they are humans, so they have these downtimes too, like you and I, where they are under the weather, and the last thing they think about is their fashion, their followers, or their job of influencing you. So ask yourself, why should anyone influence you to buy anything when they are not the one paying for it? Thank you for watching this video till the end. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when we post another interesting finance video. Until next time.